Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have some very important technical analysis that we need to discuss because, as you guys probably know, one of the major things affecting Bitcoin's price action right now, one of the big topics of interest here in the cryptocurrency space on YouTube has been the Bitcoin CME futures gap sitting at around $9,600 to $9,700. People have been speculating for the last few weeks as to whether or not Bitcoin is actually going to manage to pull back and fill that CME futures gap, and since we're sitting just a few $100s above it, it seems tantalizingly likely that we are going to. So in today's video, we're not only going to be discussing the CME futures gap, we're also going to be discussing why if Bitcoin does fill the CME futures gap, it may end up being one of the best things that could happen to Bitcoin because we would almost certainly bounce immediately following it. Guys, I have found 4 or 5 different major levels of support that are supporting the market that we are in right now, bringing credence to the argument that Bitcoin is still in a long-term bullish uptrend. And in today's video, I'm going to bring all of it to you. Guys, I think we're going to do a lot of great things in today's video. I think you're going to get a lot of great value out of today's video. If you do, as always, hit that like and subscribe button. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Guys, there is a lot to cover in today's video, so let's just go ahead and get on to the chart. The last several weeks on Bitcoin have been quite hectic. In fact, as you guys will remember, back late in July, Bitcoin had a major rally up above $11,500, traded sideways for a while, put in a head and shoulders pattern, and unfortunately, we fell out of that. Ever since then, we've been trading sideways in between $10,000 and $10,400. You're now caught up to speed, and that is very important because it lays the foundation for where Bitcoin is right now. I have argued, and I do still believe, that Bitcoin is in a long-term uptrend in a bull market. However, we can't deny the fact that the last few weeks on Bitcoin have been relatively bearish for our favorite cryptocurrency, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it does, of course, beg the question, where exactly does the bottom come in? When does Bitcoin bounce, and where does it bounce? Well, I bet you never thought that you would hear me say this, but I think it might have something to do, in fact, with the Bitcoin CME futures chart. Guys, you know I've argued many times in the past that gaps don't always need to be filled like people think they do. In fact, I don't see any technical reason why they must be filled, but it's also undeniable that normally they will be. And at the moment anyway, we do see a gap in between about 97.45 and, as of a few days ago, 98.45. It's a $100 tall gap. It's not that big, but it is directly below us. And it makes you wonder, if gaps normally get filled and we have one right next to us and Bitcoin's already bearish and it's below us in fact, why should we not fill it? There are many competing schools of thought right now on the bullish and the bearish side. We discussed one of the bullish arguments about the bullish MACD cross that may be coming in the next few days in yesterday's video, but now I want to talk about one of the bearish arguments, and that is the gap being filled while we're down here. Because you see, it's not only the gap down here that's important. In fact, there are about 4 other technical indicators down here that we need to pay attention to. One of them is none other than the Fibonacci retracement. As you guys know, Fib retracement is a great way of finding levels of support on Bitcoin. And if we go ahead and drag Fib from all the way back at $20,000 all the way down to our absolute low in this bear market, we saw that Bitcoin pulled back to $3,200. And that leaves our 38.2, the perfect inverse of 61.8, which is the most powerful Fibonacci level, sitting at $9,600. Keep that number in mind. Where is the gap? At 97, not far above it. So the largest Fibonacci retracement that we can reasonably draw shows support at $9,600. Well, if we go ahead and redraw it with our high up here at $13,800, then what do we see? Guys, if you remember from the way that you read Fibonacci, there's something called the golden pocket in between the aforementioned 61.8% and 65%. Extremely important zone on Fibonacci retracement, and as you can see, Bitcoin, after breaking 78 up here, has pulled back down into that zone, and that's exactly where we're getting support. No wonder it's so hard for Bitcoin to fall through here, but no wonder also Bitcoin can't rally. The bulls obviously are not in control, but the bears just don't have the power to push us down. And guys, guess where this level of support is? Oh, $9,600, $9,700. When we're looking at over a year of price action data and we're talking about thousands of dollars, levels of support coming in with a $100 margin, very, very important. So we're seeing a lot of support already on Fib in between about $9,600 to $9,700. By the way, the gap starts at $97.50. But it doesn't just stop there, because if we go ahead and look at our favorite 20 exponential moving average, you guys will know I absolutely adore the 20 EMA because of how often it's right. The 20 EMA is a very powerful tool for predicting up and down trends, and it's also great for finding support and resistance. And as you can see, we are currently below it. As Bitcoin trades sideways, it is eventually going to be forced out of this trend, but for now, it is still below the 20 EMA, meaning we're technically in a downtrend, even if we're trading sideways. But the 20 EMA becomes much more interesting when we jump out to the weekly chart, because as you can see, the 20 weekly EMA is exactly where we're finding support, and where is it sitting right now? $9,900. For those of you who have gone through our Academy CT2A, you will remember this video right here, the convergence of support and resistance. And the reason that that video is so very important is because Bitcoin is converging its support right around the Bitcoin CME futures gap. When already independently powerful levels of support come together on top of each other and they converge in what we call the convergence of support and resistance, you can bet your bottom dollar that Bitcoin is going to have some kind of freak of nature of movement to break it. And right now, all of that support is converging in between $96 and $9,900. Where is the gap? $9,700 right there in the middle. So guys, if Bitcoin does pull back, fill the gap, we see all of that support right there. There's not really much more of an argument for Bitcoin to go a whole lot lower. Maybe $9,000 at the absolute minimum. We talked about Bitcoin potentially going to 9K a few days ago, but honestly, in light of all of this new technical analysis, it's kind of up in the air. 9K is very possible, but I don't ever see us going below $9,000, at least in the short-term future with the analysis that we have at hand today. So where does this leave Bitcoin? Well, it leaves Bitcoin in a stalemate. It leaves Bitcoin waiting for something to come in and break said stalemate. It does mean that Bitcoin might pull back as much as $600, but in the grand scheme of things, that's literally nothing. So, guys, understand, Bitcoin is in a decision phase right now, and that is being shown on the weekly chart. There's a spinning top right here on the weekly chart, guys, and until this is decided one way or the other, Bitcoin will continue to trade sideways. That does not mean to leave the market. That does not mean to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, and it does not mean that there is not opportunity in the market, because if you look at the daily chart, the last several days have seen several $100s of price fluctuation. Nice, easy trading opportunities, especially if you use something like Bybit, which we have a referral link for down below, only for experienced traders because leverage is dangerous. Anyway, guys, the point I'm making here is that during times like these, I want you to hone your skills on technical analysis. A lot of people say they want to become traders, but they never had the dedication in the first place. If you want to be a trader in cryptocurrency, let me tell you, it will make you a lot of money if you get good at it and you dedicate the hundreds, if not thousands of hours it takes to learn how to profitably trade in the markets. It will take time. I will never guarantee you that it's going to happen overnight. I promise you, in fact, that it won't. However, it is possible and it is worth it. But if you're going to do it, you have to work your tail off, and there's no other way around it. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, guys. A lot of people think, oh, I'll just go invest in Bitcoin, and then I'll buy a yacht. That is, no, there's like 37 steps in between that a lot of people forget about because nobody posts about the long, hard nights on Instagram. They only talk about the stacks of money after they've worked for the last 5 years for it. Or they hit the lottery, one of the two. But guys, I just want to encourage you and instill in you, number one, long-term thinking. Number two, forget this instant gratification crap that Instagram, Facebook, all these other social media platforms have instilled in modern civilization. And number three, always, always, always prioritize self-improvement. It is incredibly important. You can use our Academy CT2A in the description if you want to learn more about technical analysis, but I'm not going to talk about that in today's video. I want to encourage you to continue working on yourself. Continue honing your skills. Remember that you're going to get better with time. It is a statistical fact that the more times you shoot a basket, if you go out, let me tell you something, if you go out and you start playing basketball with yourself and you shoot 100 hoops every single day for 3 years, your shot ratio, I don't know what it's called, I don't watch basketball, the number of times you hit that shot and you sink that ball, the number of times you do it every single night is going to go up and up and up and up and up. You're doing it from half court, you might get 2 out of the 100 first night. Next night, you might get 3. Next night, you might get 1. A year from then, you might get 30. It is going to be hard, but you will see incremental progress as time goes on. It's the same thing with these videos. I get better with making these videos every single day because I make videos every single day. And by the way, the skills that I've gained in public speaking and confidence and how to, in presence and gesticulation, in teaching, in sharing wisdom, in articulating my thoughts, in leadership, all of those skills that I've gained from running this channel every single day, They're applicable in many other places than just this channel. And in the same way, you investing in yourself, in education, will be applicable to everything. Your education in cryptocurrency will teach you how to educate yourself in other things. Your understanding of how markets work will teach you basic finance. It will impact your entire life in ways that you cannot currently comprehend, but you have to invest the months, the years. It won't happen overnight, so don't think it will. You have to have faith in the process, because if you don't, it will never happen. I can only promise you one thing, but that is the one thing I can, that if you don't stick with it, you will surely fail. So guys, that's my spiel for today. I hope you did enjoy today's video. As always, if you did, consider hitting that like button. And also, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It has come to my attention that 35% of the people that watch this channel are not currently subscribed. So if you're one of them, consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel when you do that, and we'd be very appreciative if you did. We'd love to have you here in the community. We're trying to hit 75K subs by the end of the year, and I would love for you to be part of that. Guys, I really, really, really just want to thank you at the end of this video for all of the things that you guys have done for me personally. I am humbled every single day by the things that are happening because of this channel in my life and the lives of other people. I'm able to help so many people now, both through this channel and personally. It's just not even fun. Guy, I will never, I make a promise to you now, I will never stop being thankful for the blessings that you guys have given to me personally and to the people that I've been able to pass that on to in my life and hopefully here on this channel. So thank you guys for watching this channel. We're going on nearly 3 years of uploading every single day. CT2A will be turning 2 in 10 days. So thank you guys, seriously. Anyway, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.